Welcome to our video channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more great railway videos.
Welcome to Bagus Widianto channel. After achieving our main goal yesterday, we had a lot of free time in Madiun before moving to Solo later in the afternoon. However, one of my guests apparently wasn't satisfied with yesterday's visit. He said he wanted to photograph the steam locomotive in Pagotan with the backdrop of sunset. Although it is possible, it's actually difficult considering that the yard is surrounded by buildings that could block the view of the sunset. Nevertheless, we will try our best to achieve the goal. After we finished our breakfast, we packed our bags and headed to the receptionist for checkout. Once everything was settled, we departed for Pagotan. Just like our very first visit, we entered the mill through the back door in the level crossing near the road yard. But this time, the security knew that we had a permit. They didn't just allow us to enter, they even extended their hospitality by offering us some coffee. The sight that we see today is pretty much like what we had in previous days. But we didn't stay there for long. After around 1 hour in Pagotan, we decided to visit another legendary sugar mill who was once favorite destination for steam locomotive enthusiasts. Hurodadi Sugar Mill had long been known as favorite destination for steam enthusiasts from around the world. It was the last place in Indonesia and one of very few in the world to see regular conventional steam locomotives working. Unlike Pagotan, their steam locomotives were conventional instead of wireless. They were used to haul sugarcane wagons between the road yard and the mill and vice versa, crossing the main road. The operational pattern has been like this since the closure of their field lines network in the 1980s. During the first years of my steam tour business, a visit in here was a must. It was easy to see the steam locomotives in action as we could photograph them from the main street. Sometimes the locomotive crew would allow visitors to enter the road yard to see the activities inside. And all of them could be done without any need to arrange a prior permit from the company headquarters in Surabaya. But the decline was already visible beyond 2017. The number of working steam locomotives began to be reduced. While there were 3 or 4 steam locomotives during my first visits, in later years there will just be 2 of them or even 1. Diesel locomotives handled the rest of the workings. But that too eventually disappeared as the tractors are now doing the motive power duties. The year 2020 turned out to be the last time the steam locomotive was used for the whole season. In the following year, the workings in Purwodadi were purely handled by diesel, both the rail and the road versions. There was a brief revival in 2022 when suddenly the number 16 was employed for workings again. But the joy proved to be short-lived as the locomotive broke down midway through the season and permanently sidelined. Despite that, we had a hope that there might be a miracle when we paid visit to the mill. We were warmly received by the management upon arriving. Although they allow us to see the place, they also have a bad news for us. The steam locomotives are no longer running, not even for chartered running. After decades of defying trends and operating their steam locomotives, Purwodadi now joins the League of Sugar Mills in Java that using cost as the reason behind retiring their steams. It was disappointing. But at least they allowed us to see the locomotive shed where many of the steam locomotives that wowed my tour group in the past lying idle. After we concluded our brief visit to Purwodadi, we headed back to Madiun to have lunch. And then we returned back to Pagotan. We arrived in the middle of peak activity in the yard. All of the locomotives were busy doing their work. But apparently our visit wasn't just about seeing the locomotives or riding them. The friendly Orange Stein & Koppel diesel driver offered us to drive his locomotive. He can be seen in this video. Of course, we wouldn't want to miss this rare golden opportunity and happily accept his offer. And my guests were really happy to be able to drive this locomotive. Apparently, he also extended the offer to me. I was delighted with the invitation and started driving the locomotive. It was the first time I drove a locomotive since I tried my hand driving a mainline loco in Bandung in 2011. Although much smaller, this locomotive is a bit complex to handle. It has a manual transmission, therefore I must apply the clutch before shifting the gear and running the throttle. And it was really fun. It was as exciting as enjoying a theme park ride. After we were satisfied with the ride, we thanked the driver for the opportunity that was given to us. As the sun was getting lower on the horizon, my Japanese guests told me that they were satisfied with today's outing in Pagotan. We packed our bags and bid farewell to the crew and some locals that we interacted with before heading to Solo. After an hour's drive, we finally arrived in Solo, where we stayed overnight in my favorite hotel in the city.